Well, SINA BINA, my upbringing is I'm from Compton, California. I grew up in the old Compton where it was a lot of gang violence and drugs and stuff like that. I come from a really, really good family. My family, because we grew up in like the hood per se, my parents didn't want me to be around that, so we traveled a lot. So I think early on I got the travel bug. So from California, I went to college in Las Vegas. I went to nursing school. And in Vegas, that's where everything changed for me. Traveling to Vegas and living there and knowing that I was bigger than what I was brought up in or bigger than Vegas. I always knew that I was gonna do something extraordinary. I just didn't know the route that I was gonna take, and that was a crazy ass route. I still do. I still work right now, even though I'm on TV. I'm probably the only reality person that you would see that still holds a 9 to 5 per se. I don't do nursing traditionally like in a hospital or in a doctor's office anymore. I did that before TV, but since TV now I see clients. I work with attorneys and I help patients that have been in car accidents get legal representation. So I still work every day in between filming and hosting and interviews and my children. I stay pretty busy. So like I said, I knew it was something bigger for me. And I was in Vegas for probably I moved to Vegas in '94. I've been through all the Mike Tyson fights, the biting of the ear, all the drama, all the crazy shit, the pimping and hoeing in the 90s in Vegas. Went through it all. I feel like I grew up in Vegas. But I just wanted to venture out. So Vegas has an event twice a year that everybody in the industry knows about. Some people don't, call Magic, where clothing lines from everybody, from freaking Gucci to something on the street. Then you go and you have service merchandise it's like a merchandise event where you showcase your new line for the next upcoming season. So it's in February and it's in August, forever. So during that, since they did that in Vegas, I started to get in the mix of like fashion and that type of industry. So I started doing some modeling for Magic. And I worked for a company back then called RP55 Azure. For people that know that, if you're on the East Coast, a lot of people know about RP55. But I did some modeling for Azure on their Magic events. And that just made me want to do something else. But I still didn't know. I'm still working. By this time now, I finished school and I'm working in the nursing industry. But I would always have fun outside with that fashion stuff. So I started modeling, and that moved me to New York. New York moved me to Miami. Miami, I started working a little bit more in the fashion industry, in the music, and started meeting people, and I was like, oh my God, I totally changed my entire focus. When I lived in Miami, I didn't even work. I just modeled and did a lot of entertainment stuff, so I started meeting rappers and stuff like that. So what I did for Azure and RP55, I would get the guys to wear the clothes in music videos, and that's how I got intertwined in the music industry. I met my first clients. We did a magazine interview with RP55 and the Outlaws in the 90s. That was freaking huge. I'm very good friends with the Outlaw. I kept that relationship with them. I'm very good friends with them right now to this day, with the whole Tupac movement. And I stayed close with them, and I just love that entertainment part of it. So I was always a rapper. In high school, I used to rap. I had a freestyle, a freestyle crew, and we would rap and make beats on the table in Burger King across the street from my high school. We used to have fun. So I was a part of a dance team and a rap team, and we traveled, we performed for the mayor. We did parties for high schools in California, and when I was in high school, we worked on the mayor's campaign. And so every Friday he did youth parties, and me and my friends hosted it, and we would rap and dance and have routines and did all kind of stuff. So I was always in that. I just felt like I was supposed to be an entertainer somehow. I thought I was gonna be a rapper. So I had a little rap and everything. My little whole crew, we had a rap. So early on I knew I was bigger. So I moved to Atlanta. From Miami. My friend lived here. She was working for Def Jam. Shout out to Marlena Vasquez. She's very big in the industry. She was Puffy's assistant. She works for global marketing at Coke, and she does a lot of stuff. It's my bestie. And she worked for Def Jam and moved Montel Williams here. So me living in Miami, I wanted to get back into my nursing, but still kind of be intertwined in the music industry. So I came here 9/11 to visit her, and that messed me up. I got here that morning, and that morning when the planes hit, I had just got to her house when the first plane hit, and that changed me. I didn't want to travel. I traveled a lot with the modeling stuff, and I felt like I needed to get back into my real life. So it kind of spooked me, and all I did was nursing for the next few years with a little bit of music stuff, but I wasn't too, focused on that. I was trying to be like a regular person. Then I meet a guy in Atlanta, and he was a very big rapper. A lot of people don't know that about me. I have 2 baby father rappers. My son is 14. His dad is from Philly's Most Wanted. It's Mr. Man from Philly's Most Wanted. We had our son, and we moved to Philly. So I was living in Philly for about 5 years with him. I worked on a lot of his projects. We did his mixtape. I promoted it heavy on Twitter and stuff like that, and worked on some stuff with him, but he wasn't really into rapping anymore. So I stayed in it, and that's when I started my company called Exposed Noise, and I would basically use like the connecting the dots. So what I also did in Miami intertwined with Atlanta. So in Miami, I met Julian Booth, that's my manager. He's awesome, shout out to Jay. He was with Luke. If you research Julian Booth, he's huge. If you watched any Uncle Luke videos back in the day, he was most of the time the executive producer. He's an A&R, and he went from Luke to Slip and Slide. So at Slip and Slide in Miami, we did this thing called New York City Live, and that's how I really got involved in the music industry. We would take artists, and you would come to, it's almost like a Jack the Ripper. You came and you brought your CDs and stuff like that, and then we would listen to them and be like, you whack piece. Or we would be like, we like you, go to the slide, give them your information, and maybe come interview with Atlantic Slip and Slide and see if you could become an artist at Slip and Slide. So I made a lot of connections with DJs and stuff like that. And remember, I said the years, so we didn't have internet. Google and all that stuff wasn't invented till 05, 06. A lot of people don't realize that was not like that long ago at all. So
Jack the Ripper.
A long time ago. And New York City Live mimicked Jack the Ripper, and we didn't have that. So we had CD players. We listened to your John. You pay the money, you come to the event, and you know what I mean. It's just what it is. So from that, I got really, really close with Jay, FUBU, with all the guys from FUBU. I'm very, very close. I'm like close with everybody in FUBU. We talk on the phone all the time. Shout out to FUBU TV. But everybody loved me, my personality. So I keep relationships. So back to when I got here, I used all those same connections, and I started Exposed Noise. And basically I felt like I was a dot connector. I felt like I knew so many people and so many DJs. Let me hook you up with this DJ, because that person in Miami won't hear your music in Atlanta. So I was the person who, listen to this new artist, they dope, listen to this new artist, they dope, listen to this new artist, they dope. And just kept a lot of relationships like that. So that whole circle I just gave you, I went from California to Las Vegas to New York to Miami to Philly, back to the ATL.